Hello and welcome. My name is Terri. I'm here to do a yoga practice with you. Joining me is my friend Rita. Rita's going to be doing the floor practice. She has her mat ready to go. So if you'd like to do a floor practice a little more advanced, if your body's feeling kind of flexible and loose while you're watching this, you're going to be following Rita. I am going to be doing chair. So I'll be on the chair option, and if you want just to be a little higher in your practice, not quite so much movement in your shoulders or hips, you'll be joining me on the chair. One note on each of our props here. Rita is on a yoga mat, and it's a sticky surface. You don't want to be on a slick surface so that your hands or your feet might slide out from under you, because that would be really not good for shoulders or hips. As far as chair practice, if you're going to be joining me, you want a sturdy chair, no wheels, no big soft cushions. You want your body muscles working rather than relaxing into the chair. Okay? So I think that's it. Are you ready to get started? Okay, so let's get started. Come to a sitting position on the thing of your choice, the mat or the chair. If you're on the chair, you want to be to the front edge of the seat so your back muscles are engaged. Have a look down. You want to be able to see all 10 of your toes, which means your knees are stacked over your ankles, and shoulders are going to be stacked over your hips. So we're in a nice, even kind of scaffolding here. Our bone structure is holding us in good position. Rita is sitting on a blanket, which is helping her hips up a little higher than the knees, a lot more comfortable on your knees. So if you don't have a blanket, grab a cushion or something. From there, let's just get started. Rest your hands with palms down or up on your thighs. And just go ahead, lightly close your eyes. Relax the corners of your eyes, and then the eyeballs themselves, if that makes sense. You can kind of soften into the sides of your eyes to try and get the feeling of that. Feel the heaviness of your bones on your chair or the floor, and maybe the weight of your hands on your legs. Just centering into yourself. We're disengaging from the external world here and paying better attention to the internal world. Part of that internal world is your breath. So begin to notice that you're breathing in and out, hopefully through the nose. If your sinuses are not going to do that at this time, try to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Most important, though, is to find a relaxed rhythm of breath, allowing your chest, your heart, your lungs to get a little softer and just open maybe a little bit more to receive that breath. So we're moving from a place of constriction, being tight and closed in, into an expansion, an opening, a spaciousness. We're going to practice a few rounds of what we call balanced breath or balanced pranayama. Remember, pranayama is breath in yoga. And for this balanced breath practice, we're simply going to inhale to a count and exhale to that same count. So say if you were to pick the number 4, on your next inhaling breath, you would just inhale 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. And let's just continue that on your own now. A few more breaths. Pick the number that's going to work for you. If 4 is too high, stay to 3. If you can go bigger than 4, take it to 5. Just so you're evening out, inhaling to exhaling breath. Let's try one more. And then when you're finished exhaling, just let your breath return to its natural, kind of organic way. And we're just noticing that shift from a couple of moments ago to right now. It's a very efficient tool to use your breath. Good one, a good one. All right, with an inhale, if you're not already with open eyes, go ahead and open your eyes. And let's get into moving the body a little bit. Go ahead and release your arms down by the side of your body now. And as you inhale, draw your shoulders up to your ears. Little pause there. We're going to reach those shoulders back away from your body and then slide them down the back. Let's do that again. Inhale up, exhale to squeeze back and slide down. And let's start to smooth this out now, coming into circles. Nice fluid movement, as though we're oiling the inside of your arm, especially your shoulder. Next time your arms are coming down, rest them down, turn your palms out. And as you inhale, come up either into a T arm if you have some shoulder troubles, or all the way up overhead with Rita. And then exhale, turn those palms down, return the hands to the floor. Inhale, we're going to do this 2 more times. Try to synchronize the movement with your breath. You're exhaling all the way down, inhaling all the way up, and exhaling all the way down. We're going to move into a side stretch from here. So as you're inhaling this next breath, pause at the top. We're going to take the right arm and either take hand to floor with Rita or come across to the thigh. Bring the hand to the shoulder or overhead. And those of us here, just lift your elbow up and see if you can come up and look a little higher on the wall or the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths, and we're really stretching into that left side of your body. So send the breath to the left rib cage. Let's do one more breath. And as you're exhaling this breath, bring it back up, release, arms to the side, and then let's go again. Inhaling, exhaling down. We're just going to do one here. We'll go right into the side. Inhaling. Bring that left hand or elbow across, right hand across or overhead. Reach up through the elbow, turn and look upwards, and then breathe. Now, if this is too uncomfortable on your neck in either of the positions, just turn your head and look down to the floor. Again, we're not looking to aggravate any condition in the body. We're looking to soften and create some flow in that area, so there's a sense and a feeling of relief. Let's come back up. Release those arms out once again, either drawing the arms high or staying in T. This time we're going to switch to a twist. So bring the left hand across to that right knee, turn and look over your shoulder. Inhale as you come back up through center, and we're reaching away or up, and then exhaling to the other side. Inhaling, we're going to do a couple of these dynamically, and then we're going to stay for a few breaths. Let's come across and look. Inhaling to reach out. Exhaling to the other side. Here we go into our stay round. So bring your left hand across. You can be on knee or thigh. You want to slide that right hand in closer to your body so you can sit up tall in your spine, and then just really wring yourself out like your spine is a sponge, and you're just wringing out all the blood and fluid. Big breath in. Breathe into both sides of your ribs. Exhale it away. As you breathe in the next time, we're going to gently come around out of the twist, raise up, and it's here where we get all that good nourishment back into the spine before twisting to the opposite side. So again, knee or thigh, left hand stepping a little closer to the back of your body, and then just really wring yourself out. You can find your belly button and just squeeze it around the corner, and then breathe as fully as you can, breathing to the sides of the ribs. Keep your jaw relaxed. And then with your next inhaling breath, gently come back out. Let's come up one final stretch. Shine those palms to each other or shine them up high. And then release everything back down and a shoulder roll. Okay, from here we're going to come into a standing practice. So go ahead, come up off your mat or your chair. If you're using a chair, turn the chair so the back of the chair is away from you and you can use the seat, the chair seat. Okay, so what we're going to do is just come up, exhale, come down. You come all the way down to your ankles, land onto the lower shins. As you inhale, just lift your heart up a little bit, exhale back down, and then Rita's going to transition to a table pose. So hands come all the way down, knees bend, and we're going to sit. Yes, good. Feet are nice and long if you're on the floor. You want to have your hands stepped more under your face than your shoulders. As our bodies get older, this becomes too much pressure to have direct weight. So we want to have a little angle on it, okay? So if you're on the chair with me, step your feet back. We want a long spine. And here we go, cat-cows. As you inhale, drop the weight of the belly, lift the heart, shine it forward. And as you exhale, round, pull your belly button up into your spine, drop your head. Inhale, drop into the belly. Once again, we're synchronizing movement with breath. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. This is going to be our last round of cat-cow. So pull that belly button up, try to stretch those muscles in your back, and then just land your back into a flat position back to table. Here we're going to move from table to the child's pose. So as you're inhaling, just kind of stretch your crown and your tailbone away from each other. As you exhale, sit back to your heels, or if you're on the chair, just bend your knees deeply and reach back with your hips. As you inhale, come forward to that table, press into the floor with your hands. And as you exhale, sit back, keep your head and neck soft. We're going to do one more. Pressing forward, exhaling back. And then come up into the table. And Rita, you're going to curl and lift to down dog, and we're just going to step back. Downward facing dog or inverted V position. Here is where it becomes really important not to be on a slippery surface. You want to make sure everything is stable, so again, you're not going to slip. All right, first downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees and kind of shift around, really getting a good stretch in those hips. Okay, and then just real quickly come up off the heels, both heels up, reach your tailbone a little bit higher. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, land your heels back to the floor or towards the floor. Bring your head up, look up between your hands and step your right foot forward, coming into a lunge position now. You might need to step your left foot back if you're up on the chair with me. Shine your heart forward to the chair or the wall in front of you. And at the same time, we're going to reach through that left heel and reach the heart forward. So we're getting a long stretch through the leg. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale, step back into downward facing dog. So you might be able to move the leg back just like Rita did. Otherwise, go back to your knees and lift up. And as you're inhaling your next breath, let's do the lunge on the left side. So step your left foot forward, bend that knee, shine the heart. And again, you might need to reach that back foot another half step back or so. Reach through the heel, reach through the heart. This is a nice lengthening position for your thighs, that leg that's stretching back especially. All right, with an exhale, step your left foot back, and we're in down dog. There you go. Yeah, good. Thank you, Rita. So we're in down dog, another stretch, another breath, little reach through the tailbone. We're coming back up to a lunge. So right foot's going to step forward. And one thing I didn't say last round, you want to have the knee over your ankle. So if you're too far forward, either step back farther or just pull that knee back. It's too harsh to have it in front of the ankle. So here we are back to lunge. This time we're going to add a twist. So stand into the left hand, spread into those fingers, bring your right hand up to your hip, and we're going to move the elbow. So use that elbow to reach back behind you. It's peeling your rib cage open, and then just extend the arm, either reaching right out of the shoulder or up alongside your head, as Rita's doing. Take a breath. And then go ahead and release that right hand back to the floor or the chair, and let's step back. Once again, downward facing dog. This is our point of initiation of movement pose, I guess, today. As you're inhaling, come forward, and let's step the left foot up this time. Standing into the right hand, spread your fingers, left hand to your hip, and we're going to peel those ribs open once again, and then reach that left arm back and take a couple of breaths. Remember to fill your ribs. The bigger the breath that you can take in these positions when we stay, the more benefit your body gets. As you exhale, go ahead and bring that left hand back down. Once again, step forward or step backward, downward facing dog. As you inhale, look forward. We're going to step the right foot back up. This time, bring your left heel around the corner. We're setting up for a warrior one position. So bring that left heel around, soft bend in the knee. If you're on the floor with Rita, you can come up onto your thigh. So we're just going to start climbing ourselves up into a standing position. Arms can reach forward, go on up over your head. We can be here, and I'll just stay here. Oh, another option I was going to show you. You can have a cactus arm. So we're still opening the chest. We're out in those elbows, but yet they're below the shoulders. So a couple of breaths here. And here we're thinking about breathing into the front of the rib cage, filling up those front lungs. All right, with your next inhaling breath, pull the right knee straight, reach the arms, and we're going to start to bring ourselves with a flat back over and down. I'm going to land to the chair. Rita's coming to the floor. Another option is to be at your hips, okay? But this is the pyramid, and once you're over, just kind of press your weight back into that left hip so this right knee is soft but straight. You don't want to yank it back, but it's a straight leg. Couple of breaths here. This is a really excellent pose for hips, for getting into those tight places in the hip girdle. As you inhale your next breath, let's come back to a soft knee, kind of come up a little bit, keep your hands down. We're going to pick up that left heel and just step back. Downward dog, our old friend, downward dog. This is the pose my little grandson loves the most. And as you inhale, come forward. We're going to step the left foot up. Bring the right heel around the corner. As you're inhaling, start to grow up nice and tall. So again, either climbing for support or not, bringing those arms forward. And if you have the shoulder thing, let's open to cactus, but you go up. There you go. So turn your palms to each other. There. And just drop into those hips. Stay really connected to that back foot, your right foot. We want it glued to the floor. Keep breathing. This is called the exalted warrior. So we're really puffed up, taking in lots of breath. As you inhale, pull that left knee back. And as you exhale, let's move into the pyramid. So arms coming forward and down, landing. Once you're over, push your leg weight back into the right hip and really press down through that right foot, particularly the little toe side of your foot, so that we're really using the strength that's available there for us. And then release down in, a couple of easy breaths here. You really want to release your neck muscles, let your head get a bit heavier. All right, and then with the next inhaling breath, we're going to come back to that bent knee on the left side. Pick the right heel up, but we're going to step forward rather than back. So bring the right foot forward. Come to rest a little bit. We just want a final release for the back muscles. So if you're in standing with Rita, or we could all do this if you have no balance issues, catch hold of your opposite elbows, and we're just going to release the weight of the head. If you want to use the chair, you're on the forearms, and we're just soft here. Maintain a soft knee. Usually in yoga, you don't want to pull the knees into a locked position at all. I don't know of any activity in life where you should do that, but particularly in yoga, I know that for sure. All right, now, as you're exhaling, release your elbows or let your arms dangle, and we're going to stand in the solidness of your feet and roll up through your spine. So we're essentially dragging the arms, rolling all the way up to standing. And let's turn, face each other. Let's see, let's do a quick balance, just a quick one. We'll do tree pose. If you have balance issues, bring your chair. We're going to access the back half of the chair now. Okay, then standing in our mountain pose, feet are parallel, and again, really land into those toes. You want to stay solid in your feet. Shift your weight into the left foot and bring your right foot up and into your calf. You can be at prayer hands, but I'll just keep one of my hands here and bring this is called the Vajra Mudra, and we'll just kind of hold this here. Tree pose. If you want to go up into branches, big shady tree branches, go there. Otherwise, just stay in prayer. And I'm looking at you right now, but you could just be looking at a spot on the floor. If you lower your eye gaze down below your normal gazing level, it just quiets your whole body down. It's a nice, easy practice. Let's take one more breath. And then as you're exhaling, just step back into mountain. Nicely done. Shift your weight into the right foot, and same thing. Other side. Left foot up and in. Hand into the heart. And if you're holding the back of the chair, one thing you can work with is, just trying to use fewer fingers or put less of your weight on that chair so that it's just there as a little helper, not a big support. And we're able to stand at center in balance and breathe. Remember to soften your eye gaze down to the floor and keep your breath moving in and out. As you exhale, go ahead and come down through center and land. All right, let's go ahead and come back down to a sitting position, either on the floor. Remember that cushion under your hips, or sitting on the front edge of your seat. If you're on this chair, again, you want to have toes visible, okay? So if you're on the floor, go ahead and stretch your legs out long. You want to anchor down into your heels and flare your toes a little bit. So we're using all the muscles of your feet. We're going to inhale the arms and come up, or out, sorry. And as you exhale, come over and down, reaching for the toes or laying your hands close to them. Inhale to come back up and bring your hands down. Now just step into your hands a little bit. We're going to keep the right foot on the floor, or the right leg if you're with Rita. Left foot's going to come into the side of the thigh, or the calf is fine. Rita can get hers up high, but if you need to be at the calf, that's fine too. Those of us in the chair are just going to bring it across, okay? Reach your arms up, either all the way up or just out in front. And as you exhale, come over and down. Stack your forearms, and if you're on the chair, and look down at your foot. This is called, well, we're in tree, seated tree pose now. Rita's in Janu Shirshasana, or hip stretch. Big breath in. Whenever you're in a forward fold, you want to send the breath into the back half of your lungs, as though you're wearing a backpack. You're inflating that backpack with breath and letting it deflate with your exhale. Let's try one more of those big breaths. Exhale away, and then come back up to sitting. Let's step both legs long or knees bent. Reach forward and up. Uh-oh, I forgot to bring the legs in. Bring your arms back down and step the right foot up and in or the right ankle across. Now, let's reach those arms up and then exhale forward into the fold. Soften your eye gaze, soften the area around your mouth. Focus on your breath. Big and slow and even breath. Here we're just slowing everything back down. You want to take the time to return to a place of center after you do any practice. That keeps the body in balance. Let's inhale and come back up. This time just kind of drag your spine back up, tuning down even a little more. If you want to join Rita, come into a cross-legged sitting position. Otherwise, just sit with me. We're going to catch hold of the knees and do just 2 or 3 cat-cows. And these are really soft. Don't move very much at all. It's just a little bit of a pulsation in each direction. Next time you're breathing in, just sit up nice and tall in your spine. Bring your palms together at your heart. Bow your head. And I want to thank you so much for coming and practicing with Rita and myself this, well, whatever time of the day it is for you. I hope you've learned and practiced and enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. For more information on contemporary yoga or any other fitness classes through Aging Partners, please call 402-441-7575.